Still setting up stuff a bit. Oh, how y'all doing? Hi, Liquid. Hi, Pedro. Hi, Chaos. Doing alright. I have some painkillers, so hopefully my arm doesn't yell at me tonight. Go as long as I can for that.
Your accent right, you French redneck fuck.
You French redneck.
Damn! Holy shit!
Chat, is that allowed? Muggers in chat? Racism in my chat? Oh my shit! Yeah, who is me? And where are you?
I love that shocked face. I can't wait for it.
Damn! It got intense very quickly.
Imagine having this.
First day, hope no bots or others. Yeah, neither do I. I'm pretty sure it'll be okay, most probably. I hope. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's just really rare.
My fucking DMs.
I would like to keep it that way, but I would like people to not have to do any kind of job and just chill. Oh fuck.
You've already had that with Maxie. You can't eat another one of my characters.
I will and I can. I'm ready to get traumatized and starve for it, physically and mentally. That's
I'll bring chat limit
in character, I promise you that.
It swings. Swings so well.
Joey load into the end.
You know what? I'm about to use your assets player permission. I'm gonna talk to Clinton. I'm gonna make that lemon NPC against you.
Bet. Make him better than before.
We haven't had a pre.
You'll take care of it.
We haven't had pre-lobby notes just yet. Still waiting on that.
I'm very.
I don't know where Steve is. I'm still missing HD. Besides that.
It's first official day as a student. I mean, technically last week was, but it was like the first full day.
Fuck, what's their name?
Yeah.
Jake. We're missing Jake's character.
Hammer.
Go get Jake.
I'm taking it.
Oh, people are loading in. You have new victims.
Oh, I finally have
I
that.
have new victims.
Just like bonk.
I'm taking it.
You take one.
There we go. That's what happened before.
In the corner.
Yeah. And then we got our. Oh, oh shit! Oh, finally give it back. There we go. Fuck. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that's fucking cool. I like that.
Oh.
Fine.
I want metal back though.
Boo.
Gold. It's gold
Yeah,
now.
yeah, hold on. Before I do that. Okay. Yeah, we're cool.
Ugh. Hey.
You look like you've just been rolling around in dirt.
Mud wrestling.
I know. I don't know mud wrestling. No.
I need to have an ability where Keo, when I do this, is just basically them knowing that his attack goes off.
And you look like you've been rolling in crack.
There it goes.
Oh.
No.
Oh, there they go. Oh, fuck! I didn't even hear it.
There it is.
Go again.
I fall very slowly.
He did warn us.
Shit.
I fall very slowly. Yeah.
By the way, to let you know,
Listen,
I have something broken on this.
one day we need to do
Yeah.
this to them somehow. We just he posts some
Yeah.
load this.
Please. Walk forward.
There's calling issues. Please come closer.
Getting a big stick small.
Okay. First off, yes, I know there's a calling issues in the spawn. I'll try. I'm gonna try fixing it next week. Misty gave me a good idea. I should have gotten all your requests, did them, except for Jay's and Dimitri's one with moving books in the library, but everything else you guys request should have been fixed or done. Also, I just made all the elevators used by everyone, so there. You don't have to use the spiral things if you don't want to.
Yay! What spiral things?
Whoops. My apologies.
Everything's are now Europa accessible.
Thanks, Nintendo.
What?
No, we're breaking your business.
Nothing is
Next
me
update.
accessible. That's the joke.
Oh, also, the house room should be fixed. You guys should be able to go in and out this time. As usual, any bugs or anything, leave in the request chat, DM me, etc. today we have a couple classes
Ooh.
prepared for today, which we announced during the norming announcements, which might be a little delayed. I'll probably have to do them because CC is running a wee bit late because of Unity issues.
Unity.
Besides that, like I said in the announcement, today we're all starting to wear uniforms unless you already got approved by either me or CC beforehand that you're fine because you had issues or one or another, blah 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 blah.
I can't sleep in the planes room
You also
anymore.
should probably also have your pins.
It's like we
If
have
you don't have your
whispering in our
pins or
ears.
don't know whether it's, I can help show you that later. Besides that,
You got my pin.
go to the teleportation thing, spawn wherever your character would spawn because of whatever downtime thing you were doing, and cards are up.
I'm gonna need a
Morning
minute.
announcement.
Yeehaw.
Announcement hall, give or take 15-30
Okay, cool. Thank
Oh shit.
Dark green
storms. Dark green storms. One of the gums. Dark green storms.
Orbs. Oh shit. What? Wait, what? Oh no. We can't even use. Oh no, we can't use the stairs. Oh, we just gotta do.
Give me.
Yeah, no, right.
I'm actually amazed at this.
Just live in the walls now.
He like bites his fucking chalkboard and starts writing on it. He kind of like tosses it down to Kokkuri. Just says, I don't sleep. The walls are kind of comfy with a little smiley face.
Ah. Right. Well, so long as it is comfortable.
My wall.
Good morning.
Good morning, I suppose.
I have still not quite figured out what this does.
More than likely to hold something up, potentially.
Or just chewing wood.
Oh. Does that taste good? Oh, this was the thing, one of those things where you are not supposed to eat it that you told me about, yes. Will you be
It
alright?
kind of just falls out of his arm.
Ocean shit.
Huh. Very well. Hopefully they will not get upset with things being chewed on.
He's kind of stores some body mats underneath his bed. It's like a red, like, Looks like an air mattress underneath you, but it just stores his body.
Oh. That is quite useful.
Tending to your little shrine again.
It is the proper morning ritual. Giving reverence to the spirits. Is something wrong?
It just says, I just thought the red box was nice is all.
Huh. I do enjoy my shrine as well. It brings a sense of peace. But thank you.
It just says, what is peace? With a question mark at the end.
You do not understand the concept. How to... How to explain such things. It is a sense of comfort for me. A lack of stress. It allows me to calm down.
He looks very confused at everything you just said.
One could say we already have peace right now, technically.
I do suppose.
It says, could you explain what a comfort is? I'm unfamiliar with the term.
How best to explain that? You have things that make you happy, yes?
He just blinks a couple of times.
Other words. Things that entertain you. Things that you like. It is similar to that. But... you enjoy... sparring. Oh. Well, that could be a sense of comfort, depending on the extent to which it makes you happy.
It says, it's all I know how to do, with a little smiley face. And then underneath it, it says, it makes me feel like I need to act, and it's a very, very unique experience for me. I don't really know much else.
Ah. It is a strange concept to realize that. I do not know whether that would be considered... Have you really done nothing else? Well, then I suppose this academy will give you many different experiences. Perhaps others will give you unique feelings that you enjoy also. It is hard to explain such things otherwise. They have to be experienced.
It says, I'm hoping the Academy can teach me those sorts of things. Admittedly, the only thing I've known how to do so far is not die. And then it's just a couple of dots that says, I don't really know what else to say. It's kind of awkward. I apologize.
That is fine. Though, you know how to write. That is something different. Do you enjoy writing? No. And you do not enjoy speaking? I would say some people do enjoy writing or speaking.
You seem to be semi-enjoying a drawing every now and then, considering how you like to express yourself with that.
There's like a big smiley face at the start, and then it says, from what I've seen of people, most people tend to trust and like small, silly drawings, so I do them to make people not uncomfortable.
So you understand the comfort of others.
It says, I've seen people very, very miserable, and I've seen people happy since joining. I understand what makes people sad and what makes people happy. I just have not experienced it myself at any point.
I see.
It says, for example, seeing your house burning down makes you sad, but eating a sandwich makes you feel good. And then it's like got a little like cat drawing at the end.
This is true for some. You have a very unique perspective. The elders of my order would be... I do not know if the proper term is you would be very welcome within our order, with how you deal with emotions. To an extent, yes. Not being overtaken by strong emotions is part of our creed to an extent. We deal with spirits who come from intense emotions in one way or another, so we must make sure we suppress our own to not become as them.
This one says, admittedly, I've only really ever felt one emotion, and I don't know what it is. It has not changed with the past 20-odd years.
Would you know how to describe it?
It says, at the start it felt like rain on my body, on the inside at least, and then it felt like burning all over, and then it felt like nothing, like really empty, and now it's just a mix of burning and empty. And it hasn't gone away. I've kind of gotten used to it.
Those seem like somewhat negative emotions, or that connotation. Others would describe it as such, perhaps, but... Then again, some do enjoy the warmth of a fire. So it would depend on whether... Well, you said you have gotten used to it.
It could be two combination. It could be a combination of sorrow and rage, or it could be a sorrow and passion.
This is true. Many give a connotation to rain as being what one feels when they are sad. It is associated with tears. But then fire can either be passion or anger.
It says, I don't like the rain. The rain made me feel really strange. It made me do things I didn't like. And then the fire started kicking in. And then I didn't like that either. And then it felt empty. And now I've just kind of felt a mix of those ever since.
I see. Hmm. Hopefully you can find more sensations that you enjoy.
It says, I will try with like a :D. And then underneath it says, by the way, how did both of you rest? So you're just kind of like...
I wouldn't call it much of a rest. Just thinking about what to do next.
Yes. I believe I am still getting used to being in one place, knowing that it shall be home for quite a long while. I'm unused to that.
He looks like he understands that.
So the lack of being able to see the sky is odd.
It says, I understand that. Admittedly, this is the first time I have ever slept in a room with walls before. Or a room in general.
Aside from the inn, this is
I
similar
will say
too.
this. It's strange to actually be below the sky for once.
Especially after the last few days.
Also, we should probably also not forget that, are we not supposed to eventually gather in the main hall? I believe they said that it's
Yes.
normal gatherings there.
Suppose it is best to start heading that way then.
He just puts his board in his chest.
Hold them delicate, but also be able to move your fingers in a certain way and not crack it when you're doing so. You learn that skill.
Good morning.
Learn the skill. Hey, Kokkuri! Good morning.
Hopefully we are not late for the morning announcements.
What we got going there for that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just got out of the fucking kitchen.
What's up, buddy?
We are still getting used to our room.
Hey, luckily, I don't have anybody else in my room, so it's an easy adjustment. I just turned it into a gym.
That is clever.
My own little workout center. Nobody bothers me. I can work up to my heart's content.
That is very convenient.
You good?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Good
fine.
morning.
Everything's great. Everything's perfectly good.
Nothing's good. That is a lie. Like, we gotta be here now for the announcements, or?
I do not know.
I didn't get a brief on how this shit works.
Did Cube fall behind?
He was speaking to Stone.
Also, I don't remember your name, but I wanted to apologize for the way, after we had our fight and we went back to the, hotel or whatever the hell we want to call it, calling you a coward. I was just frustrated.
He figures things out.
Fought the right way.
If the brains jiggle, then he's quivering. If he gelatinizes in a certain form, then he's afraid. If he just so happens to
I don't like
Good morning.
I'm sorry, I don't like that word. Never before have I not liked the word in such a way.
I find it quite humorous. It's a term used to describe quivering fat.
But it's true that everyone gathers here. I was trying to remember the exact steps for the mornings.
Is where the food is.
In all fairness. I mean, if you think about it for a moment here, it actually helps to have a rotund shape. Weapons usually would just deflect off of you if you're in armor.
At least twice.
In some ways, it's an advantage.
You are
Good morning.
walking a fine line of either making a contact or insulting more than kin. I don't know which side you're on yet. So, no blueberry pie filling into your face.
Given that every single dwarf that I've spoken to hence far has had roughly a similar body shape, I would think that being considered wide is not exactly an insult.
No, it's factual.
Beard jello.
I should think so. Don't misunderstand. I understand insults can be factual, but if all I'm doing is speaking factually, I wouldn't imagine I'm insulting you.
Yeah, no. But it was funny for a moment.
It was
also, also, don't think about beer gelatin. Well, actually,
You should definitely think about beer gelatin. That would be very funny.
Yeah,
that
ask one
ship
of our...
has sailed. I'm trying to figure out how that works now.
If I ever hear the words beard gelatin, it's more stuff to deal with hair than such, I think, so...
Honestly, yeah, it's like...
beauty product?
I'm not gonna think about it.
I like to imagine that's just what happens if you poorly eat gelatin. It just kind of gelatinizes in your beard after a while if you fail to clean it out for too long.
It's a snack for later.
Don't remind me, I have seen some unkept beer.
It's a snack for later.
This is normal conversation before one is about to eat breakfast.
Congratulations.
Oh.
So English conversations.
Oh, James.
Do I need to perform an exorcism?
You know what? You try to eat something, you miss, it lands in your beard, forget about it, find it a few days later.
Must have had a rough sleep or haven't drank anything in a while.
I can't say I've ever had the experience of losing something in my beard before. I'm just going to keep things honest.
That held up.
Now?
Hey, Apex. You are fine for
You
now.
sound much better.
You're good. You're fine.
Yeah, really did go from facial expressions to suddenly...
Kokkuri didn't push the two beds together, that's just how they were.
I have to say, honestly, I'm happy that the conversation went the way it
None
did.
of you are wearing beards, so I can't make... But I can make some... I can make some advertisements for Stone Shampoo.
Wait.
I hope I don't grow a beard, to be honest.
But also, you're expecting worse, Alphonse?
Beg pardon?
Why are you ruining my day, Apex? How dare you?
Would his beard be snakes?
Frankly, I was expecting approximately this, which is why I'm happy about the outcome. If I was expecting worse, then I don't even know what
I'm kind of curious. If Gorgon was to have a beard,
to deteriorate into words of beard facial hair on
Boy, I am the one who said that one. Hold on.
or on pie.
I don't.
Potential outcome as well.
I don't think I've
On
never
pies.
seen
Beards on pies.
beard.
Do you realize the malignancy that transpires when you actually experiment with mana on inanimate
I
objects?
have no idea.
It is fiendish.
Yes,
I'm aware of that. That's a dragon.
It seems like you are like freaking the fuck out.
No.
I'm not calling this
This was one.
Okay.
No.
I don't like that thought.
Blueberry.
I don't like it. How is everyone this morning?
Says nothing.
There are many conversations going on. It is difficult to
I'm still
focus.
trying to understand what you meant by no one here is wearing a beard.
Not have wearing. What do you mean by that?
They have taken
Did you wear a beard as well?
We once went to a village where people did something called crochet to make a beard and then put it around their face.
Very well, they're definitely real.
I don't know if I could imagine.
Thank you for
with a beard.
That'd be my father.
Winter.
Yeah.
Don't make me shoot blueberries.
Like, my dad, he has the same kind of hairstyle like me, but very much buff, kind of scruff looking with a beard.
I forgot to put that on. Shit! I decided I was going to put that on. Oh.
Attention all students, we will be starting a morning announcement soon. If you're not in the grand
Why
hall,
were you eating a pie for lunch?
I'm actually having eaten that. Go grab something in the kitchen.
I see. Thank you.
I'm going to be honest. This is what you get when you operate with the Royal Gupta tree.
Wait, do tigers have me?
Oh, you can't? Okay. Oh? Oh? What? Okay, I don't know if this is working. I'm just gonna pretend I have a thing of fruit or something. I'm just gonna reset that. Oh, wait, is it really like... Oh. Good morning.
Hold the meeting if we have time between lessons and everything.
Throwing ice cream on your feet when you say that, I'm gonna hit you. No.
Good morning.
Direct how I'm moved very often.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Honestly, I'm not sure I'm gonna be here long. We're good. We're meeting. Yeah, I make no promises of staying long before going back to bed. Thank you very much, you fucking wolf.
Oh no, I had to literally chase him the day we got back. So he didn't like immediately do testing.
I don't know what you're
Fruit is hard. Oh.
Oh, you all so sick now?
Oh my god.
Chase me down? No. I'm a...
Alright, if I could have everyone's attention up front, please.
Yeah.
If you can't hear me, please move over to the front table. That'd be appreciated.
Yeah, Archon's been gone.
Yeah.
Family sickness.
Maybe he died. He got
According to all new students,
Alright. For all of our new students from the, from Baron's Fest, I hope you enjoyed your week settling in, and I hope things haven't been too much for you to adjust to. However,
Okay, it's been a full week.
as of today,
Okay.
we'll be beginning your more straightforward lessons.
I didn't actually know how long the downtime was.
Today will be the start of one classroom with Professor Virtues. All students are required to attend. It is going to be a, lack in better terms, threat, assessment. The people we've been dealing with had dealt with last year, or 8 or so months ago, and a person who we still are. That will be given to every single student with all information in that regard. Attendance is mandatory for that classroom. After Virtues, we'll be with Professor Copperbeard and Sayori for strategy and formation training. After that, there will be 2 other trainings for 2 houses. which will lead into lessons with those houses, but that is later in the day. One will be with Professor Fontaine, and one will be with Professor Ironwood. So, Centurion and Valkyrie are required for those 2 lessons later in the day. I will allow Virtues to take over from that regard, but if you have any questions, please alert any of my staff if you need to speak with me or reach out to them in any regard. They will let me know, and I will open up my availability. I look forward to hearing notes upon all of your assessments today. And good luck.
So Vanguard does jack shit like usual.
Actually, Beol, shouldn't we grab Aldo for our beat and not David?
As I believe everyone here should be on the same page, I will be instructing and visually showing you the enemies that were fought the past year. I will be showing off key things that they all had in common to identify future threats of this same organization, as well as their symbol and a common feature they all share. I will also be sharing a construct that they have made. During last year, we captured a very small one, and through study, I was able to make a replica for that.
Oh my god.
I also would like to press this now in case anyone doesn't show up for my lesson, which should be seen by everybody. In the future, if you wish to fight one of these, let's call them dolls, please talk to me, so I believe you should all have a better understanding of what you're facing. I will also be showing one of the commanders that we did not slay last year and is still amok. I'll go into more detail during that lesson, which will be conducted outside in the training area. The lesson should start in roughly 15 minutes. I hope to see you all there.
Right, around 9:15 my time, so I don't forget. I better put an announcement, because my brain...
Considering this is going to be a less-impact day, Beol, considering most of everyone in the council is year 1s, do we want to do this, like, before Virtue's lesson, preferably, or in the middle of it? Considering we started all of this.
Honestly, it might be
15 minutes. Oh, perfect. That's the one we need.
I heard him behind me a moment ago, yeah.
Before you go, lads and lasses, me and Sayori will be giving strategy training. Yes. Strategy training in the...
Does he not even know?
In the training area after Mr. Virtues' class. It's not mandatory, but it might become mandatory later down the line, so you might want to get to it.
That sounds
what were you saying, Beol?
Yeah, as for that meeting, we're gonna have a lot of lessons today, so it might actually be best to save it for another day. Plus, I kind of want to wait for David to have his talk with Ironwood, because that's going to be
Fair point. Let's maybe wait and see when Ironwood gets here, and then...
And with that being said, please make sure that at least you, in time, make your way over to the classroom for Virtue's threat assessment. But other than that, that is all for the announcements for today.
Understood.
There you go.
Alright.
I was gonna ask why the fuck Copperbeard is
Dang, jam-packed day.
Morning, Andrew.
Morning.
You missed out. You said we were considering pushing the Centurion lesson back to another day?
No, I was talking about student council meetings. Very distracted by other things and didn't notice you. Could have done so though. You were exposed to some of my slime.
What is everyone got their relaxed week? Now it's the actually time to do
really
shit week.
Unless it all depends on
Put this away. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know how this works. I'm just gonna do that. Good morning.
Morning.
Considering he was talking with Menace, I'm gonna hope it was them.
The year ones are gonna find out eventually, but I feel it should have been a little
I
later down the line.
Flux. I plan on telling them. I just don't want people saying fucking public. I'm not trying to fucking die.
And if you need somebody to talk to, now you got your old friend Stone here willing to take a word or two.
Like, it's a difference between, like, not wanting to tell people I don't want to be fucking murdered. I don't know. Like, that's kind of a big difference.
Stop dying. Sure. What do you think I meant? I don't know anymore.
Teacher was Miss Relevant.
You know you can trust me.
Wow, okay, I didn't even already beat me to it.
Can I?
I've spoken with her on a few chords for work related.
So it's from what I heard, there's not a teacher here that actually does nature magic specifically. So.
Morning, Wilhelm.
Morning, son. How you doing?
Doing alright. Ready to go to this training?
It's training grounds. You don't need to go down there.
I can't imagine you trying to go up those stairs. It just hit me.
Yeah, really can. You get over here?
Yeah, we can. You can use the elevator.
It's gonna be difficult, yeah.
Please.
You can use the elevator for the
Don't charge out of the room when I'm right in front of you, Kyo. Oh, God. Oh, my arms hurt. Ah.
Yep.
I'm okay. I just need a minute. Oh, I've been doing a lot more.
Okay. Yeah, she's trying her best. Just give her a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm glad people explained outside. I thought it was the classroom.
Yeah, we also got caught up on that and had to clarify that several times. People need to stop saying classroom and they just mean that. Oh God. You good? The voice trying to take your voice there.
Must I perform an exorcism?
I hope not.
No.
As long as you alright.
You have not been experiencing any visions or hallucinations, have you?
No.
That is good then. An exorcism will not be necessary.
I'll let you know what I do.
That would be appreciated.
But how'd you sleep, Kokkuri? Sleep alright?
I do not sleep much. I take more after my mother's side. But the rest was enough. It is still strange getting used to staying in one spot for what will be a long period of time.
I'm fucking sick as a dog.
Yeah. I don't really sleep like at all, so I was one of those kind of like.
So
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure just my entire dorm room.
Like many demons, we meditate for the most part.
Literally can't get sick, so.
Ah, you seem to do a lot of meditating.
Mm. It is very useful, at least in
Nikos, but
well,
anyway.
the occupation that I am in normally.
Don't let him hear you calling him a dog.
Yeah, I think you did say that the week ago.
Hmm.
At least last time we talked, if I remember.
Hmm. It is best to keep one's emotions, at least in check.
Yeah. That's gotta be a powerful tool though, because some people get mad, they get off the handle. But if you can control your stuff,
For us, it is generally a matter of life and becoming a spirit. If one dies with such strong emotions, they can become malevolent.
Wait, really?
You do not know the nature of spirits.
Hey, I'm not really informed on a lot of things. I'm learning as I
Don't you
go at
remember
this point.
last year when we had the whole thing with the spirits? Oh, I'm not entirely sure you were there for that.
Well, yeah, but that's when they're already. Yeah, that makes sense now that you say it like that. Because if you're angry when you die, then you're gonna be angry when you're a
things
spirit.
attaching you to the land, so to speak, you have a reason to stick around.
Generally, those who die with very intense emotions, their mana holds on to that and they become spirits. The ones who die in anger or fear tend to become malevolent. We usually deal with those.
I still remember when Omu got
Also work with
traumatized
people
by
who
a
don't
ghost child.
technically got a soul.
A spirit is not inherently the idea of a soul. It is simply mana tied to consciousness. The mana allows it to live on. But it goes against the natural order. The mana should be returned to the core.
Return to the core.
The core of the world. Good morning.
What's up, Don?
Good
morning.
You was looking this way. Oh, right. I don't know. David, you met Kokkuri yet? Kokkuri?
Oh yeah,
Who's
no.
David?
We did we did truth or dare and things like that.
He introduced me to snow cones.
Yeah. Right. I didn't know. I forgot if in that game we introduced names.
You're good.
I do appreciate it.
Anyway, she's Centurion now, so she's under my house.
Oh, nice. It's great. You're a good tutor.
I mean, other people.
That is good to know.
Me, but some other people are pretty
Tutor
good.
can tutor as well. I'm
If you
still
say
learning.
so.
I have tutor of Valkyrie.
Information being passed down from person to person is very useful. It's how all knowledge
That's why I
comes
like
to be.
talking.
And being able to learn more.
The information.
It would be very boring if you knew everything.
What's with the formal bow?
Yeah,
Come here.
but that's
Hi.
that's why I like talking, because that's kind of how I get it easy. Because I'm not really a book guy, but I know words. Words work really well for me. At least I think. Unless they're really big words, and then I can't spell them, and then it's a problem. Like hey, some really clever thing with words. It makes it sound different than it is. Peas.
I do not believe I know this. Then again, this common language is my second, so I am still attempting to understand. We would generally speak to each other in yokai language.
Well, if you ever get bored and need a study partner, I'm down to hang with you.
That would be appreciated.
Okay, I believe everyone should be here. So listen up. Today's class, I will be informing you all what we had to go through last year and the enemies that we will probably versing this year. Keep in mind, all this information is about 8 months old. That means there will be different units. There will be different different enemy types, and the commander that probably got away will probably have improved in some way. The commanders have shown to
Hi,
be able
Zagger.
to
Thanks for stopping
think
by.
fast
Good to see
and
you.
adapt to the situations really well. However, we shall still learn what we know now so we're on the same page and identify the common cause for this group to identify their future units later down the line on the eyesight. Now, as we do not know the official group's title, we have dubbed this as the Cult. Very creative, I know. But as of now, their main their main forces consist of 3 different types of groups, which I will be classifying you now. Now, I will be now showing dolls I have created. These are not delusions, these are all physical, but naturally they are all controlled by me, so they will not attack you offhand. Now, the first we shall be presenting is the Grunt. The Grunt is a standard humanized form. They wear basic armor, poorly leathered with a shabby cloak. But the main thing I want you to keep an eye on for all these groups is their common factor, which is the mask and the symbol on their back. A triangle and square combined with multiple different colors surrounding it. Doll, if we could do a turn, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
These grunts seem to come equipped with a giant sword, which they seem to be able to wield with one hand. Different grunts, depending on their elemental type, can imbue their swords with a different element. As all these people are different individuals, it's never consistent. So there could be a sword of literally any element. Besides that, they are the grunts of the universe. They're not particularly very strong, they're very physically capable, but magically you could see what they do. But they come in many, and they come in a very punk attitude. They do not care about the well-beings of others, they do not care about the well-beings of their surroundings. They will kill people, they will still steal things, and they will not care about who gets in their way. They have a very mean attitude to them. But overall, they have the basic weaknesses of any humanoid. They can't... for the bloody hell.
Is this part of the lesson?
Grabs. When I say they could be defeated easily, I wasn't an invitation.
Not the time for jokes, Professor.
Bloody hell.
That cause PTSD or trauma from the cults. Other students are ones.
He takes out a little notepad and writes something down, puts it back in his
I cannot not
So he has
show the
dealt
rest
with
of the
them too.
class what they're fighting because of one student.
Please take a second to remove him potentially, or give him a moment.
I agree. Please continue with.
Papa Bear, I suggest you comfort the boys and give a full rundown of what just happened.
Yeah.
Please.
It's fine. It's just more reason to try hard for you guys.
Black magic user.
Okay. Oh, good that we were mostly done with that one anyways. The next shall be the mage. A smaller female type, equipped in magical powers. They typically cover themselves head to toe and have both the symbol and the mask as the others. They wield a staff and an array of different magical spells.
which are high power but low defense, say, except for the rock types that we can wreck the wall.
If you want, you could take a regiment training with me.
Like so. They come in. Usually, most of them come with 2 different elements that they can wield. The ones we've seen have been able to wield fire, lightning, rock, and ice. So if you would like to show some of the spells.
A lot of them make sense where they have more distance-based spells. Rush them. Things to defend themselves, but also...
That gives me an
Oh.
idea.
Good idea.
Oh, interesting.
A little bit. Oh, nice, yeah?
As of before, though, they simply have the same weaknesses of most humanoids. These ones are typically low defense and high magical attack. They will usually have a bunch of guns surrounding them to take the brunt of most frontal attacks while they deal magical spell attacks in the back lines. And disperse.
Just less controlled on my part. Wonder if I could fix that.
Everything in time.
The next and final of the boat group is a bit rare of the group and have been labeled as commanders. They are very strong opponents, which caused one of our students to be very heavily injured last year, to the point we had to bring them away in a cart. The commander, please. Yes. These forces act as ground force commanders when the leaders are not around. They are extremely strong and extremely powerful, dealing with heavy hand-to-hand melee combat. Most of them either being of the lightning element or of the fire element. Those are lightning element are able to. They're able to grab, shock attack, or burn them. I'll pretend I didn't see that. They are also able to punch with extreme effectiveness. They can punch really good.
So, something that me and Stone would be good at.
They are also able to summon a large burst of their element to deal damage all around within an AoE area.
Hey, good to see
either
you.
lightning or fire.
The trickiest part is their enormous sense of strength. They ripped my arm off. They didn't cut it.
The cult is correct. Because their magic is different.
So, with that one...
Only also able to summon lightning in front of them,
Me and Stone...
as well as deal massive lightning blast in front of them, similar to the mages but in a bigger quantity.
Evasion and traps are the easiest way to deal with that, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Interesting set of adversaries.
Wonder if I can make some sort of like...
Very fun getting the absolute shit beat out of me by one of those.
The big fire burst as well. Thank you.
Stay away from me. That's the only issue. There's just a lightning use.
And if you spin around, they also have the symbol on their back as well.
I wonder what those symbols, if there is an
The reason I point this out is there's most likely, if we run into future forges, they will also be carrying these 2 similar traits, the mask and the symbol. This is what we could use to identify any more different types of their units, which most likely will happen as we go from different areas, region to region. this enemy particular should not be fight on a single one-to-one basis with anyone. This is not a type of enemy you should be fighting alone. It wasn't. God damn it.
No playing hero or being an idiot sort of thing.
Anyways, next one. Next shall be the constructs. Now, during our Esther phase, we saw that these cultists were summoning large constructs from an unknown location. Now, last year, one of the students were able to capture a very small version of these constructs to use as scouting, and I currently have stored in my office. Using that, I was able to understand the makeups of said constructs and able to produce a replica. Now, we are unsure that where these ones are being particularly summoned from. All we know is they weren't being summoned locally. They were being summoned from somewhere on other continent, which means that these cultists are able to summon things from other continents, which is a problem on itself. Now, usually the constructs are usually summoned with a large burst in crackling energy all around them. These constructs seem to have no face and have their body as a face, and are completely formed of fire in between and metal and iron surrounding them. They are able to summon a giant mace, used to swing around and squish people with extreme passions and force. They are also able to yell and spew a large amount of energy from their mouth, from their core, like so, during a large AoE effect in front of them. They also project spikes on either hands for good melee combat. These are a very strong construct force. Their main weakness is the fact of their innards. So stabbing in between the joints or directly in the mouth is a good way to greet them. However, as seen before, stabbing them in the mouth will typically cause them to spew that attack at you. So do with caution. We also seen some cases of if we kill the mage that summoned these constructs, the construct itself also disperses and leaves as well. So that is also something to keep in mind as well. Now, the main problem of this is not the fact that they probably have more of these, but it's the fact that they engineer these, which means they have the capacity to engineer different constructs. Bigger ones, faster ones, etc., etc. So that is something we do need to keep in mind of. And if we do find where they are housing and making these, it is our utmost priority to destroy said facility if we find it. For if we can stop the production, we can stop the summonings. Now, considering it has to do with metalwork and fire, it could be in Phoenix, or they could be transporting to a different area to try to throw the sense as Phoenix is the obvious one. So it can also be in Neptune, or it can be in Yanqi. The one place we're certain it's not from, through our recent escapades, is in Israel, which is one place off the list at the very least. You may be unsummoned. Now, the final, it was I will be showing you, is one of their commanders. During last year, we were able to face 3 of their commanders, and 2 of them were slain. 1 on battle, and 1 during interrogation because of a failsafe they seem to have on them. This last one we have referred to as the Archer, which is this individual looking right here. Now, typically he has his hood up, but this is without. He seems to be wearing fiery hair and a darker exterior. He has a bone arrow and launches arrows at extreme position, with each arrow delivering an explosive blast on contact. As you also just see, he also can teleport around through dispersing himself into flame and then reconstructing himself at a different location. Now, there is a good chance that he has improved his abilities or changed them in some aspect, as from what we know of the archer is that he is a very sadistic person. During our estimates, we found a encampment where he seemed to collected an entire case full of eyeballs, which he seemed to have scooped out of individuals that he have kidnapped from the raids during our travels. He is also potentially the one that sent a few of the ghosts that ransacked and traumatized some of our students throughout the last and even this year. He is a priority target that should be very wary around and taken down if possible. But keep in mind, he is an archer and he is a sniper. He will strike from you from far away and make sure to get out of the way as soon as you get anywhere close to him. So our goal is to limit his transportation, corner him, and then once we, well, put him in a corner, to most likely bring him down for interrogation if possible, but end him if not possible.
So he's still alive.
You can fire the arrow.
So that's the guy that was.
For example.
I would have said more in that direction.
So people can create cover with the
Creating cover. What if we trap him with walls of stone and then submerge him in water?
Now, I also would like to inform you that we have received information, such as intel, that last place he was saw was in Israel.
Yeah.
Get a couple of lasers to make a box and then just dump in a bunch of water crystals. Instant swimming pool.
Also, I'm glad I was careful in the tournament.
So there is a good chance that he's still there now.
Jacuzzi?
Now, until we get information of where exactly, we can't exactly go looking for him right this second, but let it be known that as soon as we do have more information of whereabouts, we will be orchestrating a way to find and nip this in the bud, so to say. Now, this is most likely not the only commander they have. For information we did get from one of the commanders, the Gorgon, we were able to confirm that there is a bigger organization at large, and there are more commanders out there, although none of them have seemed to show their ugly heads as of yet. But let it be known that the more information we'll gather, the more we'll be better equipped to end this threat once and for all. Get out of here.
Uncomfortable movement to walk around.
Any questions?
I see one hand over here.
One over here. Two over here.
Okay, Hezekiah.
I want to make sure that the next time this fucker shows up, I'm not going to be stopped from stabbing him clean through his back.
Like I said, interrogation would be nice, but no one will judge you if you stab him.
I have a few ideas for helping interrogation's sake.
Yes.
The issue here being we want to try to kill him if he's too hard to contain. Risking him getting out might be a little bit more troublesome.
What do you mean is more?
We gotta know which ones we can and which ones we can't.
Don't worry about that. Can you do more than fire? He seems to be only a fire user. If he does have an element, he hasn't revealed it yet.
So if he's primarily fire,
David, come on, my friends.
As I said before, most likely, although we do not know, this information is 8 months old after all. As of now, all we know is he fires arrows from extremely far range and can fire a multi-shot of arrows at the same time. The most we've seen is 3 in one location at the same time.
Tonight it would be a marking rune. Some kind, something to mark him so we can actually track him.
What?
To find him in Israel.
Is this them then?
Yes, Cleo?
We killed two.
The ones that have been giving.
At least wasn't in the city we were staying.
Yes. Archer is another part of the
The
group
ones
of
that
do
have
not
been
engage
putting people
alone.
against us.
It's getting a bit too loud. Also, Exalio had a question. And then
Yeah.
say
But sneaky attacking is
What is this cult's
harder than
motive?
anyone else.
What do they even do? Why are they a threat to us?
Oh, I can answer that one.
The cult's motive is to capture and absorb the element of any person until they are dry like a raisin, leaving them to dead. Each commander is equipped with an artifact that seems to be able to absorb someone's mana cleanly. And I do not mean like taking water out of a cup. I mean removing the cup itself.
It is them.
If you are exposed to these artifacts for too long, you will have reduced mana permanently, as far as we are aware.
And they do this why?
From a commander, we were able to capture and persuade a little bit before his throat was slit, not by us. It believes they are doing this to try to equal everyone. They have a fantasy to believe that they were able to remove mana from this entire world, then everyone will be on an equal playing field.
Oh, it's the non-benders.
Ignoring the basic fact that this world survives on mana, and without it, it would surely throw up and die.
So, just see it as a cult's motto to get followers.
Yes.
True motivation?
What is their modus operandi? Do they just go into random villages and start draining everybody in it? Do they have planned attacks?
Everyone would be equal, except for those with the mana, meaning they would remain the superior beings.
From a surface perspective, it perceives to be random. Do I believe it to be random? No. This cult seems to be more organized than we received and with a lot more working parts. At the very least, it seems to be going for easy targets in the beginning, but then it switched over to the hardest target by attacking Mythin directly. So, no, I do not believe them to be simply random.
It was a shit.
Also, to give into perspective of the artifacts we have seen, the Gorgon had a lantern that was able to absorb mana anyone within its vicinity when she raised it to the air instead of certain chance. While their partner, a local of Mythin,
That's amazing.
a satyr, used gas and sleeping gas to make people go to sleep and then absorb their mana while they dreamt the last dream forever. One was a lot more brazen, another was a lot more subtle.
That is what the professor was talking about last week.
Is the reason that this information is 8 months out of date due to the fact that there have been no sightings of them since, or you haven't actually interacted with them or caught them in time?
The last sighting was us giving information that the archer was seen in Israel. That is the last sighting last information, last sighting that anyone has gotten from them.
The best note that we can give is that they like to stick to very
There has been rumors about Neptunia and their trading supply ships being disturbed and broken and gone without a trace very recently.
but as far as we are aware, they are blaming that on pirates and sea creatures. So until we get more information, which we are looking into, can't pursue that knowledge, but keep that in mind as well. Yes, again.
Do you know why that despite the fact that they wish for everyone to be equal, they still keep many of their members with their own different elements?
I do not.
I believe Sabriel had a question.
Yes, Sabriel.
For the constructs, do we know what they're made out of? Like, what kind of metals and alloy?
Iron.
I believe it's an alloy mixed with mix of iron and steel.
A mix?
Thank you.
A mix. It seems that they purified the area's interior closer to the fire area, but they made sure to keep the mace and the fist iron.
Huh.
Lovely.
Strange combo. It's okay.
Not that
That's
strange when you
intentional.
think about it when it comes to the fact that, well, we have angel. Iron is not really the best for them.
Fuck, you're correct.
Well, iron is a lot more effective than just angels. It's a very common pain.
I mean, if I hit you with an iron.
For yokai like Kokkuri, she has to deal with copper, not iron.
Yeah, but yes.
Whenever she has to deal with copper coins, she has to wrap her hand in cloth.
Activities before the Academy's involvement last year.
Good question. Cleo's question was if there was any reports prior to us getting involved of them, and the answer to them is no. Their first attack was the first attack that any of us really knew about them. This truly was a year that started year. Although my personal belief is this has been in the organization for many more years past our involvement, and our first involvement was when they decided to, well, let themselves be known to the world. Yes.
I would say be more bold.
Or be more bold, yes.
Were you able to get any information from the Gorgon or the other one about how long they've been preparing for this before they made their first appearance?
No. The Gorgon was not very keen on giving information of fear of one individual. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they named this one something like the father or the creator or something like that.
Yeah, father, I believe. If I was... Yeah.
Daddy issues.
Forgot about that almost.
Daddy issues, the cult.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about this individual, only that he's 100%.
Yep, weak to loose change.
Human.
Downside of demons.
And he is quite a capable individual.
Yeah, and he's extremely powerful.
Yes. The Gorgon's dead body is proof.
Yes.
You're thinking he killed the Gorgon?
Oh yeah, he was.
Or is there a way you know?
Is there a way we know?
You said that they're responsible for the Gorgon's death, but you know very little about them. How do you know?
Well...
It's not so much a we know, but it's more so speculation in terms of how it is. It's not... When it comes to things that are in the realm of possibility, getting rid of a loose end is certainly not... It's not outside of that realm. I mean...
The Gorgon's death is her cursing over this person's name as she begins to start choking on a black ichor blood forming from somewhere inside her internal organs and then spewing out from all their orifices as she chokes on it.
With no previous...
And it could also be the artifact they were using.
The artifact was already broken by that point, smashed to pieces by Ironwood.
In which
And
case, I
with
think I'd agree with you.
Plus, our scans of her relieved no magic residues of any kind that would have been from a close proximity. Besides the fucking acre.
Any more questions?
What's your plan to get information out of further commanders if they may also just explode?
Most likely.
You need a magic
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past it.
at that, even a maybe.
One fail safe, one not the others.
Currently, we do not know how this individual was able to potentially extrude their will and or magic in order to kill this person. So we can't put too many regulations to something that we clearly don't have any more information. But now that we know it's possible, at the very least, we can plan around them trying to not give us information that this father doesn't want. And if it does happen, we could pay a better mind of seeing how it happens to prevent it for future causes.
Were you there, Virtues?
I was not. I was busy dealing with other students at the time while the interview was conducted by Fontaine, Copperbeard, and Ironwood.
I was simply going to ask you what you saw with the site.
I did not, for I was not there.
Which site?
Unfortunate.
You mean the battlegrounds?
No, he's saying how I can put my eyes everywhere. You've seen it multiple times.
Oh, that. Yeah, right.
That's what that is.
We got Sven, and then we got...
I was aware that a foreign power was doing something, but I wasn't there to physically see it.
I was simply going to ask you to describe it so I'd know what I was looking at in the future. If you had seen it.
I believe some of you described it as a very cloaked figure with beating white eyes in it.
It was beady black eyes. That was the. Okay, I'm just coming.
Beating black eyes.
Right. Hi. Correction. I've been